Hey guys, welcome to my channel O365 Academy. My name is Akash. I'm a Microsoft certified professional and have been working with Microsoft services for the last 10 years. Today I'm going to talk about a very cool feature by Microsoft that is list forms formatting with JSON. If you already know about list formatting, it's good. But if you don't know, don't be sad. That's not a problem. I will explain this as well in brief in the video. So let's start. I'm on my O365 Academy side and I'm gonna go to site content. I have a list called candidates here where I'm capturing the nominations from different students of my academy for the upcoming sports festival. As you can see, I already have a few nominations and I'm using the list column formatting for the column profile picture, status, and email chat. If you are a beginner at column formatting or list formatting, no worries. It's pretty simple. To do this, you construct a JSON object that describes the element and are displayed when a field is included in a list view and the styles to be applied to those elements. If I click on an item here, can you see the difference here? I bet you can already see the difference. The default form is not like this. It is a lot boring and dull than this one. You can see that I have a header here where I have some text. The text can be dynamic from the list fields or some static text as well. Then you can see the fields are divided into different sections. You can name the sections with some titles as I have done here. I had divided the complete form into three different sections, one for candidates details, one for request details, and the last one I called others. Isn't it cool? Now we do not have to depend completely on Power Apps for little formatting in the forms. Earlier, we had to rely completely on Power Apps even if I had to make a minor UI change in the form or minor conditional formatting like making some fields visible or hidden. All that you see here is even more easy to do than let's column formatting. So let's go and check how I did the column formatting and the formatting of the form I showed you from the beginning. For the demo purpose, I have created a copy of candidate list. The first column we choose to format here is profile picture. As the column name says, I want to have user's photo here and not just names. For this, you need to select the column first, go to column settings and choose format this column. In the bottom, you will see advanced mode. Select it. Finally, you will see something like this. So this is the place where you will paste your JSON. In your JSON, you should define how you want your column to look like. For this demo, I'm selecting JSON from my Git, which I have shared in the description as well. When you will go to my Git, you will find 6 files. For this column, you should choose profile picture.json. Right click and copy. Come back to the SharePoint list and paste it here. Now at this point, you can preview your changes before you apply. If everything looks fine, then you can save it. To me, it looks fine, so I will save it. You can see now this column is showing me the profile picture of the users. And if I hover on their images, it shows the default hover card of SharePoint, which shows all the information related to the user. Isn't that simple? Likewise, you can format other columns in your list with status.json and email and teams.json from my Git. Now it is done for all the three columns. If I go back to my JSON, please make sure that your list have the same column names that I have used in my JSONs if you want to use all my JSONs as it is. Else, you can update the JSON with your column names. Now let's go back to the list. With email chat column, I can directly connect to candidates from a SharePoint list. I do not have to go to Outlook and type candidate's name or email ID to find them. I can directly click on the mail icon here and this will open the Outlook. Similarly, I can choose to chat with them if I click on the Teams option here. This will directly take me to the user's chat which I chose to chat with. I can use this option to maybe quickly grab some information, provide, and this way I can directly chat with the user here and grab the information I need. You can find several examples related to list formatting on Microsoft site where they have shared bunch of examples of different types of columns. I will recommend you to try them once. Now let's talk about list forms formatting. If I open an item here, you can see there is no formatting on the form. There is no header, no body. I mean, there is body, but there is no organized body. and there is absolutely no footer here. If you go to top right, small pencil button here and click on it, you will see configure layouts. Click on it. Now on the right side, there is a drop down. If you drop the list from the drop down, you have options for header, body, and footer. You can select one you want to format. Let's try to format the header first. I have selected header from the drop down, and now I have to paste my JSON here. For this, I will again go to my Git where I have all my JSONs. I will choose header.json. Then I have to copy all the content from my JSON, come back to the site, paste it here, and I can also preview just like I did for column formatting. Wow, it already makes a difference. When I did this for the first time for my client, they really liked it. You can see here I'm formatting my header based on the status value and the status formatting. So if my status is no, my status color is then kind of reddish it is, then my header is also red. And here I'm handling this. I'm checking the status value here for my class attribute and deciding which class to use. Isn't it amazing? The idea of formatting based on status was really awesome for my client. It's very eye catchy that user don't even need to check the status from the field. They can already understand it by the color of the header. Now let's see the JSON and try to understand what's in it. It is very similar to column formatting JSON. In the beginning, we have element type, which is again same as column formatting. I'm choosing div in here. Then I have style property where I'm styling my div. Then I have attribute where I am defining the class here on the basis of status. Then I have children property where I'm defining three different divs inside the parent div. One for the leftmost icon here, and the middle one is for the title of my header, and the rightmost is for again another icon. I will save it. The icons you see in the status field or in the header, I have actually used them from Office Fabric UI icons. So this is the site where you can actually pick your icon from, and there is a whole bunch of icons listed here. You can hover on an icon, read out the class name of the icon, and use it in the JSON. Similarly, I have found a very good site where I can see the reusable MS classes, which I can use to format the color or the font of my columns or my headers. I will share both of these URLs in the description below. Now let's go back to the site. That was pretty easy, I guess. Now let's check the body. For this, I'll go to the body, and then again, I will go to my Git, open the body.json file, copy the content, go back to my site and paste it here. So now I have the body as well. The body has a little different JSON structure as you can see, but it is even more easy to understand. It is not like header where we are changing the formatting, colors, etc. But we are more like grouping the fields in different sections. You can name the section with the display name property here. In the fields, you will select all sort of fields you want to have or show under the section. Now let's check the footer. For footer, again, I will go to my Git. I will copy the content from footer.json file, come back to my SharePoint list, paste it here, preview, and then save it. Wow, I have the footer as well. The JSON is pretty much same as one for header. We have the same kind of attributes here. You can use footer to show some important informations like contact details like I did in case the user have any problem filling up this form or understanding this form. They can connect to support at o365academy.com, which is our support portal. Or some kind of copyright things can also be listed here, but it totally depends on business or the requirement. Now, if you remember, I also spoke about conditional formatting. To check conditional formatting, you need to click on the small pencil button again. I see edit columns here. Let's check this out. Here I can select which column I want to show to user and which I don't want to show on the form. I can select some, I can deselect some, But if you click on three dots here, you will see added conditional formula. When you click on it, you will see a small pop-up where you can put a formula to conditionally hide or show this column. In my case, I'm checking if the candidate has opted for boxing match as a sports, then the candidate should have weight more than 50 kgs because we are organizing boxing matches for the weight category 50 kgs and above. I will paste my formula here and save it. I'm doing this because I don't want to see the email ID to contact candidates if the weight is less than 50 kgs. For me, they do not qualify straight away. I'll save it. Now you can see I do not have email chat field here because for Doraemon, sports is boxing and the weight of Doraemon is 40, which is less than 50. So he doesn't qualify, and the conditional formatting hides the email chat field. So that is all about formatting the list form, where you can play with header of the form, you can change it to look more fancy, then you can group the fields in the body, and lastly you can change the look of your footer like you do for headers. We also tested how can you put some conditional formatting to hide and show fields on the form. So how does it look? To me it looks fantastic. But all that glitters is not gold. With many pros, we also have some cons of list form formatting. So let's check them out as well. I'll go to my original candidate list to show you in details. This time I'll select Goku. So let's talk about number one con. You might have already noticed that email chat field is empty when I open the form. So that means not all formatting is supported by list forms. Some field may lose their formatting in the form, like we have the formatting for status, but we did not get the formatting for email chat field. Apart from that, when you click on status here, you can see as soon as you try to edit the value, the formatting also goes away. Number two con, in the header you cannot use all type of fields. At least at the moment when I'm recording this video, the header formatting doesn't support people picker field, url field, or basically any field where you do not get the values directly but from sub properties of the field. Now let's talk about third and the last limitation, and that is if I lose the field on the form, I will lose it in the header or footer as well. Let me show you this by example. For this, I will add height as well in my header like this, and I preview it. You can see it, candidate Goku with height 193 centimeter. I'll save it. Now if I go to edit columns and hide height from here, save it, close it to visualize my changes, open Goku again. You see, I lose the value of height in the header because I hide it in the form. So for header or footer to consume list fields, the corresponding field should be present on the form. I don't know if all these are limitation or just temporary bugs, and Microsoft is still working on it. But all in all, this list form formatting gives a whole new powerful look to SharePoint list. I hope you liked it and it helped you to learn something new today. You can also let me know in comments if you have any doubts or if you have any follow up question. I'll for sure answer it as per my best knowledge. Once again, if you found this video helpful, give it a like, and if you want to keep up with all the latest quick tip videos that I'll keep releasing, subscribe to my channel. So, we'll meet again in my next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.